Life Empowered Anchors Hope. LEAH Foundation.
We are daily losing our mothers, our sisters, and our daughters to the deadly scourge of breast and cervical cancer, most of which could have been prevented if the women were aware of their conditions early enough. Our mission at the LEAH Foundation is to give hope to our women that being diagnosed with cancer is not a death sentence. Early detection is the answer.
By the end of this report, 468 people worldwide would have died of cancer. That adds up to over 20,000 people daily and 8.2 million annually. According to the World Health Organization (WHO), there will be 19.3 million new cases of cancer by the year 2025, and 70% of these would have emerged in the developing world. That is sobering news for Nigeria, where common ailments become life-threatening due to a dangerous mix of a crumbling healthcare delivery sector and poor health habits fostered by ignorance, poverty, and superstition. In Nigeria, the most common forms of cancer in women are breast and cervical cancer, while prostate cancer is common among men.
From our experience at University of Ilorin Teaching Hospital, based on our cancer registry data, which I worked upon, I've found out that breast cancer and cancer of the cervix, the two of them account for more than 50% of cancer cases we see in that area. So the two of them are the commonest cancer in our area here, in particular among women. So and being a deadly disease, it is indeed worrisome.
Realizing that 30,000 Nigerian women reportedly die yearly from breast cancer, or over 8,000 from cervical cancer, the Kwara State government, through its Shared Prosperity Program, is creating an integrated healthcare system to ensure that medical care is available to every resident of the state. In support of the larger healthcare strategy, Her Excellency Mrs. Omolewa Ahmed has founded the LEAH Center to help reduce the prevalence of breast and cervical cancer in Kwara State. The LEAH Center project began after a cancer awareness rally organized by the LEAH Foundation on 15th May 2013 in Ilorin. The rate at which women have breast and cervical cancer shows that the disease is spreading rapidly. The founder of LEAH Foundation, Mrs. Omolewa Ahmed, has been at the forefront of the campaign and fight against this disease called cancer. Mrs. Ahmed, in collaboration with the local council areas in the state, established and commissioned 28 basic cancer screening centers across the 16 local governments in the state, produced an enlightened, educative, and entertaining movie called Shayewu, and LEAH Advanced Cancer Center for screening.
When we started this cancer program, we had it planned out in 3 phases. And the first phase was when we started the advocacy and the sensitization, which was minimal, which was within Ilorin Metropolis. And the outcome, what we were getting on the field then, was what spurred us on to open the modern diagnostic center that we have at Abdulkarim Adisa in GRA Ilorin. This is a center that we have equipped with modern machines, the best of its kind that you can find even in advanced countries. We have gone to bring it to our people.
Her Excellency led a group of medical personnel to all the 3 senatorial districts of the state, enlightening women on the causes of breast and cervical cancer, preventive measures, and the importance of regular medical checkups for early detection of abnormalities.
For a woman to be diagnosed with cancer, breast or cervical, is not the end of that woman's life. It's just that once you know early, once you detect early. So that is the reason why we put our heads together and we decided, I think first and foremost, we need to sensitize our people. We need to talk about it. They need to know that it is not a taboo, it is not a myth, it's not diabolical, neither is it spiritual. It's just a medical condition which, if diagnosed early, has a cure. So that is why we are on this massive campaign to create the awareness. And we are not just creating the awareness, we took it a step further by setting up centers where women can go and learn how to do self-examination. You know, we brought this sensitization down to basics. We have an album specially dedicated to cervical and breast cancer, which we have been sharing to our people, you know, because I don't just want to talk about it and I want you to forget. But when you are playing the music, you are hearing about it, you'll be forced to go out to get yourself screened. Apart from setting up the 3 screening centers, because of the awareness program, because I've had to go to the grassroots, I've gone to the local government, I've visited traditional ruling councils, I've visited religious bodies, just to sensitize our women.
The good antidote for cancer is to catch it very early or to prevent it. And that is where LEAH Foundation is carrying out the intervention at a point when it is relevant. That is detecting cancer very early. Because if we are to control cancer, we have to detect it early, we have to treat, then palliative, right? But where we detect the cancer early, apart from prevention, is the best approach to ease the victim of the problems of cancer. And that is why I credit LEAH Foundation, where they are always on the air requesting women to come for examination.
The ultra-modern LEAH Center is a cancer diagnosis and treatment center at which screening, follow-up and several forms of treatment takes place, excluding surgery. The center boasts of the state's only fully digitalized cryotherapy machine, digitalized mammogram machine, which has its own dedicated UPS, a 3D, 4D ultrasound machine, and colposcopy for follow-up and treatment.
This is the screening room. We screen for breast and cervix. What are we looking for? We want to know whether the breasts are normal or there is lumps there, or whether the cervix is normal or there are some abnormalities there. And how do we detect? We palpate the breast from inner, outside, then up. Then we go to the middle side. Then we palpate the armpit, because at times we may not see lump on the breast, but inside the armpit we can detect lump. In our screening room, we have speculum for vaginal examination. We have a cryogun to treat the cervical lesion. We have a colposcopy to view the cervical image. Then we have an ultrasound machine for scanning.
In our procedure room, at least we have sophisticated bed, the examination bed that can be manipulated, especially to the tune of the type of procedure that is to be carried out there. Then we have the determining machine. We have the patient's monitor machine. This one will monitor the patient, and then we have the oxygen concentrator. So these are the basic things that needed to be present in a health institute that really means the business.
There's what we call pre-malignant phase. That is, it has some features to so that if we leave this thing, it may probably progress to cancer. Or if the cancer is there, because we talk of stage 1, stage 2, stage 3, stage 4 of cancer, most of our people, they present at stage 4 when it is too late to do anything. But if our people come to a center like LEAH Foundation, right, and we are able to detect the cancer maybe in the first stage or even pre-malignant stage, then it is manageable. And that is where the kind of intervention the LEAH Foundation is doing. And they have all facilities to back it up. I've been to their centers, and I'm still a friend to the center, and I give them that technical advice. So it's a very good intervention to detect cancer early for better management.
The center also has a laboratory which is well equipped with state-of-the-art equipment such as electrophoresis machine, spectrophotometer, microscopy machine, centrifuge machine, water distiller, and incubator, among many others, for basic tests like typhoid, pregnancy, diabetes, hepatitis B and malaria, and many more.
In a bid to continue to sensitize people, we feel that we should catch them young. We don't have to wait for people to get old and start passing information to them. We should catch these little girls and boys young and let them know that through this practice, you are susceptible to cervical and or breast cancer. So we need to educate them. So the essence of the LEAH Anti-Cancer Club is to educate these people, this young set, this set of the society, educate them about the scourge of breast and cervical cancer from their little ages. So that's, and so far it has really done well, because we even went ahead to produce a movie, Alima, that we premiered some time back, that depicts and says the story about cancer, which I think tells them a lot, because we brought a lot of students together to premiere the movie to them, and that itself was a very powerful message that they have taken. And we now have chapters in secondary schools, we have chapter in the University of Ilorin, and we are hoping that the next couple of months as the year goes, we'll open more chapters. But the essence is just take the message there and let people beware.
The cost of diagnosis and treatment at the LEAH Center has been heavily subsidized and is much cheaper compared than the other centers in and out of the state.
At first I was a little scared. When I got here and we were told of what we're going to expect, that is not so painful as we thought. And I got there and it was as I was told, it was kind of easy. It took just a few minutes to be done. And I think other women too should brace up and come around to get tested, to get screened, because early detection is better than having the cancer itself. So I would ask other ladies to come around.
This is wonderful. We will be going for laboratory tests in various places, but I believe this is the first time I'm coming to one of the best laboratories here in Ilorin here. So I'm really impressed. From the gates to the assistants, they treated us very well, and I believe they are going to keep it up more standard than this. But everything is okay here.
My landlady actually told me she came for cervical test, breast cancer test, and also what's this, blood group here. So, and I've not known my blood group, and I heard it's cheap, so I came over to do it.
It is heavily subsidized. The rates they will give you at the center, I can bet you can't get it cheaper anyway.
It's affordable to everybody, especially for testing such a deadly disease. I think it's affordable. Not I think, it's affordable. Very affordable.
I advise other women that are yet to experience it to come here and do it, so that at least one will be able to clarify anything, maybe any suspicion or anything. Then you have rest of mind that after all you've done it, you don't have anything.
When someone is diagnosed with full-blown cancer, it is very expensive. So we are trying to see how we can get well-meaning querents in diaspora who are interested and who are professionals in this field to see. Some of them want to come home, just to do public service to their people, but they just need a place, a platform. So we are looking at being able to build an hospital, a modern hospital. What people will have to go to India, go to Europe, go to America, we want to bring it to our people here in Kwara.
In the past 4 years, over 1,038,000 people across the state have been provided medical treatment by the Clinic on Wheels initiative of LEAH Foundation, while over 7,800 women have been enrolled under Omolewa Safe Motherhood Initiative. The foundation has established and commissioned 28 basic cancer screening centers across the 16 local government areas of the state.
So I'm using this opportunity to appeal to you. Please join us in this our fight. We are losing our women to either cervical or breast cancer. So that little amount that you think is small, and we will be putting our boxes anywhere you see a LEAH logo. Please, 1 naira is something. Even 10 kobo means something to us at the LEAH Foundation.
Truly, life empowered anchors hope. LEAH is indeed touching lives.
Tell me what's in them do. Them they fight cancer, oh. In case you never know. LEAH Foundation they fight cancer, Them they fight cancer, oh. In case you never know. LEAH Foundation they fight cancer, Cancer no good for body, it no good for body. Cancer no good for body, it no good for body. That's not why they give up LEAH Cancer Center. Whether na breast, whether na cervical cancer, child. Whether na breast, whether na cervical cancer. Oh, cryotherapy day. We go stamp your body. Digital mammogram machine day. We go screen your body. Whether you get, happy you don't get yeah. Go check your body, check. Whether you young, happy you don't old yeah. Go screen your body. For LEAH Cancer Center. We check your body. Digital mammogram machine day. We go screen your body. Everybody come, make we fight them. Them they fight cancer.